In this section, we talked about automation in VBA and VB.NET. In order to start an application and create a reference to it, you can either use the syntax create object or new, and then the application class. You can also create a reference to a running instance of an application. And automation can be with Access, Excel, Outlook, PowerPoint, Word, Internet Explorer, etc. Automation can be done with application object not available on the local computer, but available on some other computers on the network. In order to program with Word objects, you need to add reference to Microsoft Word object library, and this is VBA. You declare a Word application object variable as well as a Word document object variable. In order to create an instance of Word application, you use the syntax create object with the string word.application, and with the object variable you can set Word to be visible if it's necessary, and then call the open methods of the documents property and give it the file name to open the file, and call the printout method to print the document to the printer, and then close the document, and finally quit Word. In another example, you call the add methods of the documents property to create a new document, and then type in a string and save the file, save document, and then close the document and quit Word. It is very similar in VB.NET when you have to add reference to Microsoft Word object library. In your code, you need to mention the namespace Microsoft.office.interof.word in the top, and the rest of the code is very similar. Here we revisit the old example with Internet Explorer automation in VBA. And this is for collecting data from careerbuilder.com. So you create an object of Internet Explorer and then navigate Internet Explorer to careerbuilder.com and access to the elements for the keyword box on the web page, and assign it to a string finance, and then programmatically click the Find Job button. And this is VBA. In VB.NET, you need to specify the namespaces system.windows.forms for HTML documents and Microsoft.office.interof if you automate Word or Excel, and also sh.vw. This is actually a DLL file, sh.vw.dll at C Windows System 32. So you will need to browse for this file and add reference to it. For Outlook automation, you also need to add reference to Microsoft Outlook object library, and this is VBA. In the code, in order to create a new mail, you call the create item method, and then assign the properties of the mail object to the email address, the subject, the body, and finally call the send method to send the mail. The Outlook instance was created in the initialize event of the form. In VB.NET, it is very similar. You need to add reference to Microsoft Outlook object library, and at the top specify the namespace Microsoft.office.interop.outlook.